to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. This is the player ratings for Liverpool 0, Everton 2. Can you believe that scoreline? First time we won the derby at Anfield in 22 years since Kevin Campbell famously scored in the first 5 minutes. And it was quite similar to that today with Richarlison as well. But we have won 2-0, not 1-0. Sorry if I feel a bit over energized, but I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. I mean, winning a derby is enough, but winning at Anfield was another task, and we've killed 2 birds with 1 stone here. But don't forget to check out the live match reaction for all that. We're here for the player ratings. I'm just going to get into it now. Jordan Pickford. I have only given 2 of these ratings ever in my life on this channel, but this is a 3rd. Jordan Pickford gets a 10 out of 10, and he is my man of the match. I thought he was absolutely brilliant today. That save from Henderson in the first half was exceptional. He was magnificent all game. There was a moment in the second half as well. I can't remember if it was Salah or Mane who went through, and he just came out, looked brave, and won the ball. And there was so many moments where he just saved us there. You know, I mean, Liverpool second half especially were on the attack. I mean, you gotta admit they were more in possession. I think there was a stat that come up where we were on 17% possession at one point, and Liverpool were peppering our goal, but Jordan Pickford stood up. And I just hope that he's took something a little back there. You know, he's been getting a lot of stick from the Liverpool fans since that Origi last-minute winner. And I really hope he's took something a little back there and got a little bit of revenge there. But he's 10 out of 10, my man of the match. And that's my 3rd 10 out of 10 I have ever given on this channel. And he deserves it. He was man of the match. He was brilliant. And I do prefer him over Robin Olsen. I'm not slating Robin Olsen or anything. I just think Jordan Pickford is a better shot stopper. But 10 out of 10 Jordan, man of the match. Get in there. And don't go away, because there is some other players who have had pretty good games here as well. Look at Dean, I've given him an 8. In the wars today against Trent Alexander-Arnold, I thought he was one of their better players, to be honest, especially in that second half. But I thought Dean stood firm at times. I mean, there was a few times where Trent got round him. But most of the time, Dean stood his ground and got a few challenges in. He put a brilliant cross to same as Coleman in there. Coleman maybe should have scored. Unlucky not to, but Dean is a great crosser of the ball. I thought he was alright today, Dean. Got stuck in as much as he could. Defended well. Got forward well when he could. He was limited, but when he could. I just really like Luca Dean. I think he's a great left back. And I thought he played well today, so I give him an 8. Ben Godfrey also gets an 8. There was some moments there where I thought Liverpool were through, and he just cleared up the defence and recycled possession, basically, and he just won the ball and played it out. There was a lot of headers that he won. He nearly scored in the first few minutes, actually, with a header. Alright, it was quite far off, but I think that was even before Richarlison scored. But I thought Godfrey had a good game today. He's got pace in a centre-back. That's all you want from a centre-back. Well, it's not all you want, but it's an important aspect of a centre-back game today. I mean, you look at that All Black for them, I don't think he's even on the level of Ben Godfrey, to be honest. I mean, that All Black might come good for Liverpool, I don't know, but I thought Godfrey was brilliant today at centre-half. And yeah, a really, really good game. Showed his pace at times, shielded the ball out like he always does. He's great at that. But yeah, on to Michael Keane, I'll give him a 9. Now, Michael Keane got a brilliant challenge in at one point against Mane. Mane just pulled the trigger. Michael Keane got an unbelievable left-footed challenge in there. He was brilliant all game. He seeked danger and headed it out all the time. Michael Keane is my player of the season this year up to now, and today shows why he is. He's not called he's not called Big Mick Kegger for nothing. Got my words mixed up there. He's not called Big Mick Kegger for nothing, is he? So I thought he was brilliant today, and he probably was second in line for man of the match, apart from Pickford. But I thought Keane had a brilliant game today. Some great challenges there. If it weren't for him, Liverpool would have got through, but he was up for it. Holgate took him an 8, one of his best games in a while. There was a moment where he got a great challenge in as well when Liverpool crossed it. And he held the ball up well, I thought, at right back. Thought he had I think Coleman was just ahead of him. It was more of a 5 at the back, wasn't it? But I thought Holgate had the best game he's had in a while for us today. I mean, I'm not as big. I've been a bit of a critic of him the last few weeks, giving him 5s and 6s and 4s even. But he gets an 8 today. I thought he played really well, Holgate. Stood his ground, just played really well, was strong in defence, didn't succumb to Liverpool pressure too much, just played pretty confident, I thought, so I've given him an 8. Same as Coleman, give him an 8 as well. Thought he played well. Very, very unlucky not to score to make it 2-0 in the first half. And he said after the game he just wanted to make contact with the ball. That's fair enough. Probably maybe should have scored, but look, you're talking about split seconds here. I hate sometimes when these presenters and these pundits say, you've got to get better contact on that. Yeah, you have, but it's split seconds we're talking about. It really is split seconds. I mean, I thought he was very unlucky not to score there, but I thought he had a good game, Coleman. I thought he was up for it today as the captain, and I thought he led the team really well, so I've given him an 8. Tom Davies, give him an 8 as well. I thought the first half he was much better than the second. I thought, going by the first half, I thought he was actually man of the match. Second half he did drop a bit and didn't get as many challenges in as I'd like him to, but first half he was absolutely immense. He won the ball all around the pitch. I thought he was brilliant and was having a really, really good game. Didn't look out of place at all today. Liverpool were pressuring second half, but I mean, I think the whole team suffered from Liverpool's pressure. It wasn't just Tom Davies. But first half he was brilliant. So I've given him an 8. I thought Tom Davies was really having a good game. Really hope he can come into his own now and just get better as a player, because from what I've seen the last month or so, he has got better as a player. So Tom Davies gets an 8. Gomez, I give him a 7. I thought he was doing alright, Gomez. He was getting challenges here and there, but when he got that yellow card, he had to be very careful. I thought he got another challenge in, and the referee let him off, and any other challenge he made was going to be a red. I wanted Ancelotti to bring him off at half-time, not because he was playing bad, because he was doing alright, but just because he was on a yellow, and he didn't bring him off, and I feared the worst, but eventually he brought him off for Gylfi Sigurdsson. But I thought Gomez done alright today. There was moments where he annoyed me a little bit, but there was moments where he done a few nice passes here and there. He was back and forth a little bit, but I've given him a 7. He done alright. I'm not the biggest Gomez fan, but he done alright today. Doucoure, he's going to get the lowest rating today. I've given him a 5, and that is mainly because he laid the ball off to James Rodriguez for the goal. Apart from that, I thought he was pretty bad. He kept giving the ball away. His distribution was terrible. And it's not the Doucoure we've seen all season. I think the occasion might have got to him. He did settle down when it went to 2-0, but that was only like 10 minutes left. I thought Doucoure was poor today. I really did. And it's not like him. He's usually one of our better players. But he just wasn't on it fully today. His distribution was awful. He kept giving the ball away every 2 minutes. All the time he was giving away, especially in the first half. He fed Liverpool possession. But I've given him a 5 instead of a 4 because that header to James Rodriguez just before the goal, he sort of stayed up strong there. But you could even see the Doucoure when the camera zoomed into him. He was getting frustrated. He was punching the ground and stuff. So he knew he was having a bad game. But look, there's not a player on the planet who hasn't had a bad game. It's one of them, isn't it? James Rodriguez, I've given him a 6 out. It was a beautiful, beautiful ball to Richarlison for his goal. But after that, I don't think he'd done too much. He played some nice passes here and there. But that was his main moment, that ball through to the goal. But I thought he'd done alright here and there. He did do alright. I would have liked to see more from him at times. But that ball to Richarlison was inch perfect. And I think the main reason was Richarlison scoring that was the ball from James, because it was just a perfect pass. I love it when strikers are fed through like that, and there's not many players in our team who can do that, apart from Sigurdsson when he's on his game, and James Rodriguez. And anyone who says we're better off with James, that's your opinion, but I don't agree with that at all, because that's why he's on the pitch. He can pinpoint passes like that. It was a brilliant ball, but I've given him a 6. After that, he did fade a little bit. Richarlison, I've given him a 7. He did score the first goal. A brilliant taken goal. Brilliant ball from James, like I said. Brilliantly taken goal. After that, though, he wasn't really in the game through no fault of his own. I mean, we couldn't really get the ball to him, but every time it did get to him, he did try and hold it up and win fouls here and there and win possession. But he just wasn't in the game sometimes, mainly down to Liverpool throwing everything at us in the second half. But I thought he'd done alright with Richarlison, and he scored in the first few minutes, and it was a brilliant goal, so I'll give him a 7. Getting on to the substitutions, I've given Gylfi Sigurdsson a 8. Now, mainly because this is just down to him keeping his ice cool mentality and scoring the winner for us. When he stepped up, I was like, oh, come on, Gylfi, please. Don't give any Evertonians an excuse to give you grief, including myself. I've given him grief in the past. But he slotted it, and he's ultimately won us the game. And I thought he'd done alright when he come on as well. So I've given him an 8 mainly for the winner, but you could say I'm contradicting myself there by giving Richarlison a 7 and Sigurdsson an 8, but ultimately he scored the winner there for us, and he kept us cool on that penalty spot. But I've given him an 8. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I've given him a 7. Wasn't really in the game too much, but he did have a shot on goal that was blocked. Or did keeper save it? I can't quite remember now, but he won us the penalty to win the game eventually, and he only had like half an hour to make an impact, but he's won us a penalty and we've won the game. Whether it was a penalty or not, I don't know. I've only seen it once. I thought it was going to get overturned, but when the ref gave it, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe he's given that. And I spoke to my dad after the game, and he thinks it was a penalty, so I haven't seen it again. God honest truth. Alex Iwobi, I've given him a 6. Came on, ran around a bit, held the ball up as much as he could, but ultimately didn't really affect the game. There was a moment at the end where I thought he was going to get through, but I've just given him a 6. And that is the player ratings for Liverpool 0, Everton 2. We've won it. We've won the derby. We've won it. We've won the derby. Thanks so much, everyone. Please leave your comments down below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks, everyone. See you later.